What is spiritual soup? Spiritual soup is when you throw in a little bit of this religion and that religion. You throw in your own ideas and theories about God. You throw in your desires, whether they be spiritual or otherwise. You mix it all up and voila, you have spiritual soup. Spiritual soup does not taste as good as spiritual guidance, because spiritual soup is from man and spiritual guidance is from God. God knows best how to reach him. God knows best how to understand him. And God knows best how to worship him. What is spirituality? Spirituality is the cognizance, is the awareness of your relationship with God. Or if you don't believe in God, your relationship in what you believe is something worthy of reverence, of praise, something that you want to live for, something that defines your existence. That's spirituality. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way to observe spirituality, just like there's a wrong way and a right way to observe your instincts, such as eating. You could eat poison, or you could drink poison, or eat poison, or you could drink or eat something that is healthy and good for you. There's a wrong way and a right way to fulfill this instinct. Just like there's a wrong way and a right way to fulfill the instinct of spirituality, because that is innate in all of us. You don't have to believe in God to be a person that has this instinct. It's something innate. There's a wrong way to fulfill it. There's also ways to suppress it, as in denying that it is an important factor in being a human being. And spirituality is best defined, best explained, and best practiced when it's in accordance to what the creator of the human instincts have ordained for us. Not what we want to do for ourselves, or how we define, or how we assume or think that this is the best way to follow. So human instincts is nothing but an extension of who we are. And we have to make sure that we do it in the right way. And God is the best one to define what is the right way to fulfill this human instinct of spirituality. There's a difference between a religious person, a pious person, and a spiritual person. A religious person is a person that believes that religion is the path to God. Whether this person is very observant of his religion or whether he is an open sinner, he's still religious because he understands that his religious beliefs, his adherence to his faith is the way to get to God. A pious person is a person that is very observant of their religion, and they try their best to avoid sinning, whether it be public or private, and when he does sin, he or she repents. A spiritual person just recognizes that there is a relationship with their deity or with whatever they revere or worship, and he or she acts upon this connection, whether they have a religion or not, whether they even believe in God or not. So, a pious person by default is also religious and spiritual, while a religious person is just religious, and a spiritual person, it could be either religious, pious, or not religious at all. Now let's talk about those that claim to be spiritual but not religious. Now, there are many kinds of people that call themselves that. Some believe in God as described in the Quran or in the Bible or in many other faiths. Some believe that there is no creator, no God, and others believe that there might be God, there might not be God, and they don't know who or what God is or gods are. So I'm going to talk about those that believe in God as described or as interpreted by Islam or the Christian and Jewish religions. Now, if you are spiritual but not religious, you need to ask yourself, what exactly does that mean? Because if you are spiritual, then you believe in a connection to a deity or to whatever you revere. Now, if that is God, then you must understand who and what is God. Because there has not been a scientific book that is accepted by the majority of scientists that say that God is for a fact this or that. So we are basing our beliefs on God on what a religion tells us what God or who God is and how God is. Because again, there's no scientific proof that a book that has been accepted by the majority of scientists that establishes the attributes of God or even the existence of God. So in other words, you're basing your belief on God on a religion. Okay? Now, if that same religion tells you that you must follow it and must embrace it, and you don't, then you're being insincere and you're not being consistent. Because if you adopt a belief in God based on what a particular religion interprets God to be, and yet you refuse to believe in all of that religion, then you're picking and choosing, and that's not sincere. Because you are willing to believe in that religion when it says God is this or God is that and accept it as fact in your life. But when the same exact religion tells you to follow this religion, and follow these beliefs and do this and do that, and yet you don't do it because you don't believe you have to, then you're not being sincere, nor are you being consistent, but you're being confused. And that is what happens when you mix desires into your belief. Because when you mix desires, you don't follow what is fact or what you should do. You just follow what you want to do. Truth is not based on perception, but a perception is based on truth. Now, if a person wants to perceive that a religion is the truth, then that religion must be based on the reality of the truth. And as a person that believes in God, the ultimate reality is God himself. Now, in order to know if a religion is the truth or not, one must understand what reality is. A reality cannot be refuted because a reality is truth. Now, if truth is refuted, then of course that makes it no longer the truth. It's a lie. It's a falsehood. Now, when people seek religion, they should seek the truth, not something that just agrees with their desires or their beliefs. It should be something that, even if it goes against their desires, they have to agree with it because it's the reality, it's the truth. Now, if you seek the truth, you should find the true religion. But if you just seek a religion, you should just find that religion. Now, if that religion happens to be the truth, then, you have found it. But if you want to base what truth is on what you think it is, because it agrees with what you like or what you want or what you perceive, then that is not the truth. That is something that is deceiving you from accepting the truth, that is making you deny the ultimate truth. So religion and truth are two different things. If you find the true religion, then you found both the truth and religion at the same time. But if you just seek religion, then whatever a religion you seek would just be a religion, whether it's a lie, whether it's the truth. But the purpose of seeking religion should not just be because you want to follow something that agrees with your desires, but you ultimately want to connect with the ultimate truth, again, and then happens to be God.